Our top story in LSJ News this afternoon. Universities are facing heavy criticism from the National Union of Students for not taking sexual assault seriously enough.
A new survey has shown that 1 in 3 females at university have some experience of sexual assault. We'll have more on that in the next few minutes.
Good afternoon, he's Owen Bellwood.
And she's Devin Williamson.
And here are your headlines at 3:45. Lincoln Cathedral is under attack from wood-eating beetles.
A multi-million-pound housing development on Newport is close to completion.
And student dancers from the University of Lincoln are entering their first competition.
But first, students in Lincoln say they feel safe despite worrying figures about sexual assault at UK universities. Universities are being criticised by students' unions for not addressing the issues well enough. Will Longman has more.
The Youth Site study found that 1 in 3 women experience sexual assault at some point during their time at university. It also found that 35% are worried about sexual assault from other students. Now obviously this poses a massive problem for universities. However, they're worried about addressing the issue as they feel it might put them at risk of a PR disaster. It's not just on campus where it might be a problem. As universities have developed, clubs like these have popped up all over the city, and then we asked the question to Lincoln students, do they feel safe when they come home from a night out and generally in the city?
So usually the fear of crime is a lot bigger than the actual act of being assaulted.
I have heard a story of someone being raped at the bottom of my road this year, and that was the only thing I've heard about myself.
I feel really safe. I've never really had any problems with Lincoln. I've never felt threatened by anything by walking home.
By getting caught up in the facts and figures, it can be very easy to forget the actual effects sexual abuse has on real life people. So we spoke to one man whose identity we've hidden and whose wife has been sexually abused.
Hugely stressful. It's if you have post-traumatic stress disorder, somebody who can be incredibly active can be reduced to be housebound, which my wife was. And when she was very ill, she would not even be able to walk 100 yards.
We've contacted the University of Lincoln Student Union to see what they're doing to combat sexual abuse in the city. However, they are yet to respond. Will Longman, LSJ News.
2,000 years on, Roman Lincoln is growing again with a new housing development. Known as the Colosseum, the million-pound properties echo the ancient gladiator ring. Martin Hollenshed went up the hill to take a look.
After months of planning, the construction of the Colosseum is really coming along. The luxury properties located on Newport have been developed by Tennyson Homes Limited, who are using inspired architecture to create a new local landmark. There's still work to be done though before some wealthy tenants can start to move in. So there's going to be around 14 properties located within the Colosseum, and all of them will be fitted with luxury furnishings. But what exactly will the end product look like? We had a look in the show house to find out. Everything from high-end kitchens to modern bathrooms will be on offer, and it's clear that the houses really are being marketed at those with a big budget. There are also plans for a coach house to be built next to the Colosseum. Bruce Rogers, the manager for the site, explained the work that was left to be completed.
Oh well, we've got electricians, plumbers. Then we'll get the plasterers in, and then it'll progress pretty quick, I should say. So we've been on the go since July, August 2013. Well, you're near the cathedral here and the Bailgate here, which is the upmarket part of town, isn't it? And you're near the Bishop. We're opposite the Bishop Grotesque College, so I think it should be a major benefit to the city.
Prices start at £450,000 and climb to almost £1 million, but 2 of the homes have already been sold. It won't be long then until the Colosseum truly comes to life. Martin Hollinshead, LSJ News.
An infestation of Death Watch beetles is threatening Lincoln Cathedral roof. The wooden beams, which support the cathedral's immense roof, are being eaten away by the burrowing larvae of the beetle. The beetles are so called as some cultures see them as an omen of impending death. Workmen will treat the wooden beams over 3 years in an attempt to minimise the problem at a cost of up to £1 million. Colin Alexander spoke of the difficulties in tackling the Deathwatch beetle.
Deathwatch beetle itself, which is for oak, is the worst enemy for it. It doesn't, you can't see it obviously, it hides itself. You can never eradicate Deathwatch out of the cathedral. You just got to control it.
A man has pleaded not guilty to grievous bodily harm in the first part of an ongoing trial. Our court reporter Lucy Hickmott has been at Lincoln Crown Court.
Today at Lincoln Crown Court, Boston man Anthony Golding is on trial and has pleaded not guilty to charges of assault causing actual bodily harm. The victim appeared in front of the jury today to give evidence, but was unable to identify his attacker to the police. The trial is ongoing and a verdict is expected to be reached over the next couple of days.
Within the next hour, the people of Lincoln will be able to share their views on plans to pedestrianise part of the High Street. Held at the University of Lincoln's think tank, the event comes after local businesses had their say on earlier this afternoon. Our reporter Liam Ray has been investigating the story.
At 4:30 this afternoon, Lincolnshire County Council will reveal their plans to local retailers and members of the public. The council intends to stop traffic going down part of the High Street near the railway station. Now this pedestrianisation comes as part of a new phase of development for the City of Lincoln. As well as this, the people can look forward to the new Eastern Bypass, the new East-West Road link and the new transport hub. Now the pedestrianisation is due to start here at Chentercroft Street and end here at Wigford Way. Now the scheme is due to end in 2017.
What we are looking to do is to take what is currently a road and footpaths and create a nice pedestrian area with good paving and good landscaping works to it.
Maybe these will be the last days that motorists will experience the High Street level crossing. Liam Ray, LSJ News.
Independent retailers survive by giving locals what they want, according to a Lincoln business owner. David Henneke's statement comes as the gap between the number of stores opening and the amount closing is getting wider. In Lincoln, 13 shops closed, while just 9 shops opened over the first half of 2014.
I think at least half of the small businesses go out of business in the first year or two. The ones that do survive are obviously giving customers what they want, when they want.
Manchester United will face lower league Cambridge in one of 2 FA Cup replays tonight, and there's breaking news in the Premier League. Ross Garrigan joins us now with the sport.
Thanks guys. In the last hour or so, QPR manager Harry Redknapp has resigned from his post, reportedly blaming imminent surgery which will stop him from focusing on the role. The team are currently struggling near the bottom of the league tables with only Leicester below them. Club legend Les Ferdinand is placed in temporary charge along with Chris Ramsey. And the lowest ranked side left in the FA Cup will try and make it into the 5th round tonight. League 2 Cambridge United head to Old Trafford for their replay of their 4th round with Manchester United. The winner will travel to either Sheffield United or Preston, who also play this evening. That's your sport. Now back to Owen and Devon.
Thanks, Ross. Now here's Phil Wilson-Smith on whether this winter sunshine will last.
As you can see behind me, there's not much snow left from the scattered showers we had overnight. That's due to today having bright spells of sunshine through the light cloud and temperatures of 3 degrees. Tomorrow will be much the same with consistent temperatures of 3 degrees throughout the day.
And finally, a Lincoln dance troupe have begun intensive training for their competition debut. Unusually, their training centre isn't a gym, but an empty nightclub. Rachel Lowes went along to see them in action.
For Fusion Rally, this is their first big shot to show off their talent. The troupe, which came together after auditions in September, was unable to reach competition level before Christmas. Made up of 11 members, they have worked tirelessly over the past few months to get to this stage. Intensive training ahead of their first major competition. This dance troupe, which spends their Sunday afternoons training, is made up of full-time university students. Liam Chong, one of the most skilled dancers in the troupe, told us how much hard work they've had to put in.
We've done a lot of practice. We've still got lots of things to clean though. We have some routines and some transitions that we need to make sure that are like crystal clear so it doesn't look quite messy on stage. We've done quite a bit so far, still need to work on getting like some stamina up as well.
Varsity, which takes place on Valentine's weekend, is an annual sporting competition between Lincoln and Hull universities. And Fusion Rally are hoping to continue their success through to the rest of the year.
For the next week, they will continue to refine their routine for their first competition on the 11th of February. This is shortly followed by their second competition right here at the engine shed on the 15th. Rachel Lowes, LSJ News.
And that's all for today. Keep up to date on our website lsjnews.co.uk
Or follow us on Twitter at LSJ Tweets.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.